Thank you. As Barry said, my name is Greg Challenger, and I am president of a small company of scientists. We have 9 scientists on our team, chemical oceanographers, physical oceanographers, marine ecologists. And what we do is we assemble larger teams basically in disasters that occur around the world. Our team has worked on the largest oil spills and ship groundings on coral reefs that have destroyed coral reefs basically in the world. And it's not just me and Polaris. We've worked in a lot of parts of the world with a lot of different scientists, and over the years, my academic background, just to back up a second, is from Florida. I went to Florida Atlantic University and Florida Institute of Technology for my graduate work. I taught marine ecology down in the Florida Keys, a little place called Newfound Harbor Marine Institute, for a number of years. And I taught also for the School for Field Studies in South Caicos and the Turks and Caicos Islands, and on board the Semester at Sea for Sea Education Association, both of those affiliated with Boston University. And I also worked with the government, with the U.S. National Marine Fisheries Service up in the Gulf of Alaska and North Pacific, and I was in a little place called the Prince William Sound in 1989 when the Exxon Valdez happened. And since that time, we've sort of gone down that road of assembling teams in big disasters to do the seemingly impossible. And we've worked on, I'm not really sure how many large vessels that have hit coral reefs. Unfortunately, it happens more often than the public thinks, and too often. And our job is to reconstruct the reef. We call this coral relocation here a lot, but we're really doing we're reconstructing a reef and relocating coral, and it's really kind of similar to a ship grounding, except the ship hasn't smashed the reef. We get to do it much more carefully. And though we've had a lot of success putting back together damaged reef sites, a lot of good survival right here in Grand Cayman, we have an opportunity to not have a ship crush all the corals and have much more corals available and get better survival in these areas. So we look forward also to, I know Barry said we'll be working, we're working separately, but I will be making some fragments for Dr. Vaughn to work with. And certainly I've said I too much, because it's not me. In our company, we have a team of really good scientists who've done a lot of this work and handled a lot of corals underwater and moved it. But with our partners from Puerto Rico, we've worked on with the United States government. They're a contractor for the United States government. They've reattached tens of thousands of corals after hurricanes. We worked on a half a dozen reconstruction jobs of some very large ships crashing into reefs, like a 300-foot LNG carrier. I'm sorry, 900 feet, 300 meters. And so some really, really large, devastating projects. And in this opportunity, this is an opportunity where we have a chance to do it a little more carefully. And so we look forward to being able to do that successfully. We have never not met with success on a project. We did the Paul Allen anchor damage here on West Bay, and also a cargo ship ran aground at Eden Rock. And as Barry said, please ask, and we'll show examples. We'll be happy to talk about our other team members. Yes, absolutely. Dr. Hudson I met in the late '80s. He's a marvel of a person. He's known internationally as the Reef Doctor, and he worked for the Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary, and he was sort of the founder of putting reefs back together that had been damaged in ships and hurricanes. He's got over 150 publications. He's a geologist in matters related to reef geology and reef reconstruction. And he's great to have as an advisor on the team and to run everything by. And he's in his 80s, and he's in the water cementing and hammering, and he's really an amazing person, and we're really looking forward to having him as one of our advisors on the team. I've worked on projects with him from Hawaii, in the South Pacific, and Florida and the Caribbean as well. So we have, and there are some other people to be named that are going to be on the team should the project be approved, that have a lot of experience as well. And so our team is really, I can say safely that this team that is assembled has reconstructed more coral reefs from large ship groundings than any team out there. I feel 100% confident in saying that. And we really look forward to working with Dr. Vaughn and helping him outplant some of the corals he grows and giving him some fragments to work with, and we look forward to that.